What's up, nerdy movie fans? Time to show you guys what I got for February. I had wanted to cut back, but it didn't happen. So there's plenty for February. So that means I have a lot to show you guys. So I'm excited. So let's sort of just dive into it. I got some standard Blu-ray, got some horror movies, of course, got some 4K, and I got some steelbooks in here too, which I think is a long time coming for these videos. So I am excited to show you what I got. So we got this one right here. This one is called In Time. I don't really know a whole lot about this. I had seen, I think, a trailer once, and the concept of using time as a currency in this movie was interesting. So, based off concept alone, I am interested. So, I don't know when I'm gonna get around to watching this. This isn't like an immediate high on my list must see, but I'm very intrigued. And the reason I picked it up for something that I was just intrigued without a whole lot of um, wanting to watch it immediately. I lost the words, guys. I found this on sale for I think it was like $4. So I found it at a bookstore and thought it was a great deal for a movie like this. So I'm excited to check it out. And then speaking of Amanda Seyfried, however it's technically said, we got this movie. Now I know this was a classic. I've not seen it. I have no idea what it's about. It's musical, and I know she's a very talented actress, and I want to see more musicals. Musical is sort of a genre that I really love, but haven't seen a whole lot of. So whenever I see a movie like this, it's on sale for like $10, which I thought was a pretty good deal for a 4K. I jumped on it, and I want to see more musicals, and I want to see more of her work because she's really talented. So excited to check this one out whenever it is I do get around to this one as well. And then for our next one, I actually got a movie from the Criterion Collection. Now, this one is Memories of Murder. Now, I know absolutely nothing about this. This was recommended by a friend because of the director, because I want to see more of the director's work. So, I don't have anything to share about this movie with you guys because I know nothing, which honestly is better sometimes, not knowing anything going into a movie, because it can surprise you in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. But for me, just I feel like I've looked out with movies I don't know anything about going into it. I've been pleasantly surprised more often than not. So I'm excited to check this one out. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I'm excited to see this one. And then I also found this one on sale. I say on sale, this was kind of a standard price, but finding it in store compared to the Amazon price was kind of insane. So I found a copy of Prey in 4K. This is one of the only movies from the franchise from Predator that I have not seen. This one and the new one, Predator Badlands. So I haven't seen this one, and the reason why I found it on sale, I think it was like $30 when I found it, which is pretty standard for 4K. But on Amazon, this was like $60. Now I know it's the foreign copy that's $60, which I know usually is a little bit more. But for some reason, when I searched on Amazon, I couldn't find this copy online anywhere. So I don't know if this copy is just rare or if I just got lucky to find one. But I found it for $30 and I snagged it because I would say I'm a fan of the Predator franchise. I'm definitely a fan of the first and the second, and then maybe the third, and not really the fourth. But I am excited to check for this one out because I hear really good things about it. And so once I see this, I can watch Predator Badlands because I picked this one up too. Now, this one has slipcover, which is very nice. And it's almost like, I don't know what the material is called. I'm not the most knowledgeable guy. But you can kind of see the Predator dude here. It's kind of that little the texture. I don't know what it is. It's just the texture about the slip. I don't know what it's called, guys. Okay, I don't know, but I love the way it feels in my hand. I love the texture of slipcovers like this. So, moving on. Now we got a movie that I think too many people slept on. The people who have seen this movie said they loved it, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. So we got Song Sung Blue. So this one is based off of a real duo who was not Neil Diamond. Obviously, this guy, he was an interpreter for Neil Diamond. He covered his music, and so we got her as well. I can't really say anything else about this. If you know who they are, then you know it is a tragic story. But if you do not, then I will give you no spoilers for whatsoever. It is there's moments that are funny. There's wholesome moments. There's some really sad moments in here as well. This was a wild ride of a roller coaster of emotions, and I would say it was done in the best way possible. I mean, this was just a really good movie. Plus, you get Hugh Jackman in a singing role. I mean, that's why I was interested. I didn't know anything about Thunder and Lightning, the duo, but I saw Hugh Jackman has a music role, so of course I was wanting to see it. But I was pleasantly surprised because this movie was amazing. This was a lot better than I think a lot of people are giving it credit for. I think a lot of people who have seen it are like, yeah, it was good. But this, I think, is really good. I think it's worth more attention than it's been getting. So if you are slightly interested in the cast or the music or the style, check it out, guys, because this one, I feel like this is a hidden gem. I know it's still new. I know it just came out not that long ago, but I do feel like it's a hidden gem because I just don't hear enough people talking about it. So check this out, guys. Watch it. Next one, we got a movie I just rewatched recently. We have Regretting You. Now, this movie, what's interesting is this is actually just a really good cast. I mean, everyone does well. These 4 characters here on the front. It's interesting because when I saw the trailer, it made it look like these two get pretty much all the story and all the screen time, but that's not how it is. Between the 4 characters, it's kind of 50-50 with these, 50-50 with these, and these aren't the only characters in the movie either. So this movie is, I would say it's a roller coaster of emotions too. There is definitely some sad moments, there's some really depressing moments, there's comedy moments as well, but there are wholesome moments as well. There are moments where you just feel warm inside, where you just feel happy for the characters once the revelations of what's happened finally is revealed to the rest of the characters. And so this was a really good one. I would check it out if you're a fan of the cast or the book or have any slight interest in the movie. This one is worth a watch because it's really good. It's really good. And so now we're going to move on to horror, which is a favorite genre of mine. We're going to start off with this one. We have Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. This one's on Blu-ray. Now, I am an idiot because this was a sealed copy, and a friend described this to me. The way it's sealed, when you find it used, you can tell when a movie's actually used or if it's been in a source inventory long enough that they put a used sticker on it when it's actually new, and that's what this is. And I had forgotten about that until I took the shrink wrap off this. Now, am I going to watch this eventually on Blu-ray? Yeah. So was I going to open it? Yeah. Did I need to open it this soon? No. Does it matter? No. I'm just complaining about useless stuff here. But this was funny. I obviously prefer the original 1000%. But this one was fun in its own way. You can't treat this one too seriously. I mean, this one had its fun. It's not the same grittiness that the first one had. But if you're into continuing a franchise of movies that didn't really need a sequel and you want some funny aspects in there, then this might be for you. I thought it was fine. We also got Hard Eyes, which I believe just recently had a sequel announced with Mason Gooding reportedly confirmed to return, which is really interesting because he's always plays a fun character in his movies. Got a little bit of stuff there on the back. So I'm excited because when I watched this one, I thought it was fine. I didn't really think too highly of it. I thought it was all right, but then I didn't completely rewatch the movie, but I was watching someone watch it. And I was seeing parts of it, and it reminded me of different moments throughout the movie of, oh yeah, they did this differently, or this went against the grain of what horror usually does, or this went against general tropes. So I think if I actually just sit down and rewatch the whole thing, I'm gonna have a new appreciation for it, and probably like it a lot more than I did the first time, because this one's fun. This one is a fun movie. I'm interested to see where a second one goes, considering how this one ended, but nevertheless, if Mason Gooding is back for a sequel, then I'm in. So this one was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Here's another one that's a complete blind buy. I had seen a lot of collectors online were getting their hands on this copy when they could find it. And I've sort of had my eye on this one for a while. And I found a really good price. I think it was like $12. I think it was $11.99 when I bought it. So we got Idle Hands. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of horror fans that are probably, screaming at me, yeah, you gotta watch it. This is a classic. You have to see this one. I know nothing about it, guys. But like I said earlier in this video, I think that's going to end up being a good thing. So we got a little bit of what's going on the back, gives you a description, gives you a couple of images from the film. Plus, I mean, the artwork is just awesome. I mean, check that out, guys. That's incredible. So, you know, it is annoying online. It displayed having a slipcover and then it comes in and it doesn't have one, but that's just what happens with Amazon. You gotta expect these things. I mean, these are the problems we have as collectors when you want a slipcover and it doesn't have one, and you're complaining about things that don't really matter yet again. So, anyway, don't know what I'll say about this because I haven't seen it, but I do look forward to checking it out. And this one was pretty cool. I found the first It on 4K. So this is not the original, this is the newer one. But I feel like I'm due for a rewatch on this one because I really did think it was pretty good. I think at first I enjoyed It Chapter 2 more, but I think that had to have been some bias because it was one of the first horror movies that I had seen in theaters. That's kind of how new I am. But of course, I am a fan of these movies and of the TV show, which I haven't finished. I have to finish it. I know. But I feel like I'm due for a rewatch on this one to have a new appreciation for it because everyone I hear from who've seen both movies say they prefer this one a lot more. So I got to re-see it and check it out again. So it's really cool having this on 4K. This was also $10. I mean, that's a great price for this movie. So, well, as far as me searching for a copy, $10 is pretty good. So I'm excited to have this in my collection now. And then speaking of horror movies on sale, this was like $30, and it was a pretty good deal, and I had to check it out. I purchased it. So I got the 5-film Purge collection. This is all 5 movies. I still have it sealed. You got all the movies in Blu-ray and in 4K. So I don't know if they're making a 6th. I had heard a couple years ago that maybe it was a possibility, but I've heard nothing since then, and I don't even know if those were reliable sources claiming there was a 6th in the pipeline. I don't know. I think these movies are fun. I mean, I definitely prefer the first 3 over the 4th and the 5th, but this is a fun franchise. I mean, if you like these kinds of themes, it generally has the same theme each time. So it's sort of, you constantly have this sense of familiarity with what's happening and what to expect and stuff. So I think it's a pretty neat franchise, guys. I know there's not a lot of love for the 4th and the 5th one, but I think they're fine on their own. And maybe I just enjoyed it more than most other people. I don't know, but I think this is a cool collection to have in 4K. So I'm excited to have this one now. And now we got some steelbooks for the last segment. So we got a couple that are unopened, a couple that are opened, and I'll start off and show you guys. So this one, we got Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I know this isn't really anyone's favorite. It's really no one's movie of the year. But, you know, from someone who hasn't played the games, which I have seen gameplay since then, and I had started playing it a little bit since this movie, I thought the movie was fine. I mean, it wasn't this amazingly written, amazingly directed movie. This was never going to be some movie of the year contender. But for what it is, I thought it was fine. I mean, it had its neat moments. It was definitely a little bit creepier with the marionette, with this character right here. It was definitely had some scarier vibes than the first one for sure. So I would say this one was, I think it was a little bit better. I mean, the kills were a little bit harsher. It was a little bit more violent, and it had more of a spooky element. They just treated these characters as these, like, things that everyone's afraid of, instead of in the first one where no one really knows what they are yet. So I think the tone for this one was probably just right, and I mean, I assume they're making a third. I don't know if it's technically confirmed, but I would see the third, especially the way this one left off. It's got some interesting stuff for sure. It had an end credit scene, which apparently is a link to the games. Fans of the games will be familiar with the twist, but I thought it was pretty neat. Someone who didn't see it coming, and I'm excited. So, yeah, maybe I just like this one more than most. I don't know. It's I'm one of those guys that it's really hard for a movie like this to really piss me off. Especially with a lot of horror movies. I'm generally more casual with horror movies than I guess some others. But yeah, I thought this was fine. This one was fun. Some interesting characters, a good cast. And I look forward to seeing where the franchise might go from here. Who knows? Maybe this is the last one, but see what happens. And then this is long overdue for me to check out, but I got The Conjuring on 4K. This is a steelbook. I know the lighting in here is really crap, but there's the constant glare. Now, I know that generally a couple of characters in this movie survive because there's sequels, but aside from a couple of characters surviving, I don't really know what else happens in this movies. I mean, I know nothing. I guess I know Conjuring 4 is supposed to have some nod to some previous thing, but I don't know if that's just in the fourth movie. Now we're going to explain something that happened off screen in the past, or if what happens in the fourth, because I saw the trailer for it, happened in one of these movies. But I'm going to check this out. I'm excited to see it because I hear so many people absolutely love this movie. And I've heard some people saying that maybe it's not, maybe it's a little overhyped. I don't know, but I'm going to check it out and see for myself. I'm excited to see it. Like I said, this has been, a lot of people consider it a modern classic, and I haven't seen it, so it's time to check it out. And then we got a couple more. We got a couple of Star Wars stuff here because The Mandalorian and Grogu is coming out, and I'm excited. So, of course, I had to get The Mandalorian on 4K. Yes, I know these are not cheap. Screw it, all right? I gotta have this series. I mean, look at the artwork. This is just incredible. And on the inside, too. I mean, you get... Look at this. I mean, on the inside, you got that classic moment that shocked the world. I mean, you got that there. This artwork, put side by side, that is incredible. Plus, you get art cards on the inside. So it comes with physical items too. Go figure. And it's just, I mean, these are just cool to have. There's really nothing else about it other than it's just neat. So, yeah. I'm going to end up kicking myself, paying the price for what The Mandalorian Season 2 and Season 3 cost, but I don't care. I'm going to buy it anyway because I love these characters, this franchise, and especially the show because the movie's coming out and I'm hyped for it. Sue me. And then you can't have Star Wars without the best project since Disney had taken over. Thank God they don't really own it anymore. But we have here Andor. This is by far the best Star Wars. I know a lot of people say Rogue One, which this goes hand in hand. This does not discredit Rogue One's superiority. This just enhances it. I don't know how else to say it. This just enhances it. So you consider the trilogy. A lot of people consider Season 1, Season 2, and Rogue One this perfect trilogy. And you know what? I 100% agree. It is the perfect trilogy. This show is absolutely incredible. Blew my mind. I had people that were disinterested in parts of Star Wars reignite their passion for it just because of this show. And it speaks to the writing, it speaks to the acting. It's absolutely incredible. I cannot stress enough how great this show is. And this is the last thing to show you guys for this video. I am excited to see what's going to happen next month, or this month now. And thanks guys for watching. Keep it digging. I think we've covered all the bait. Okay, all right, goodbye.